What we'll do is we'll do a little thought experiment with our 3 generation technologies that we were using before. We had baseload fossil power plant, we had a renewables power plant, we had a gas peaker, and we had the possibility of demand reduction as well. So let's go back to our 3 generation technologies that we were using before. I'm going to make a small change to the example just to make it easier for us to think about what's happening now in electricity markets. The one change we're going to make is we're going to have a new lower levelized cost of energy for solar, reflecting newer information we have about the relative costs of solar and baseload fossil power plants. So we're going to assume now that solar has the lowest levelized cost of energy. We'll show you that in a picture in just a minute. It can't really be stored, and it doesn't follow load, so we'll still need baseload power and peakers, of course, and demand reduction in some cases. All right, so we'll have all of our original sources, and remember, since solar has 0 marginal cost, we're going to assume it's always run when it's available. So it's a must-run resource because of its 0 marginal cost. There are no circumstances where we would minimize our cost of generation by choosing not to run solar plants. So remember, the long-run expected price of electricity can't be below the levelized cost for a baseload power plant, or the plant would never receive financing. This is true for any type of generation. If the long-run expected price of electricity is below the average total cost of that resource in the long run, then it would lose money. So you can't. No one would finance if we knew the future perfectly, no one would finance a plant where it turned out that the price of electricity was below the levelized cost of energy. Now, that doesn't mean we don't make mistakes sometime, of course. If we anticipate a rapidly rising price of electricity, we would tend to build additional generation resources. If the price didn't go up as fast as we expected, then the generation resources that we planned based on that much higher price might be uneconomical in the end. But we still made our decision about investing in new capacity based on our best guess about the future, but we can't always be right about that. And sometimes it will have substantial consequences, like the overbuilding of large baseload coal-fired power plants in India over the course of the last decade or so. All right, so let's look at our levelized cost of energy again. Remember, in this example, we're going to assume that solar is now the lowest levelized cost of energy. The other example power plants we were working with have the same levelized cost of energy that they did before. And again, if we think about the supply stack, if we remember the marginal cost for these power plants, add those to our example to remind us that solar, with its 0 marginal cost, is a must-run resource. Then we would run our baseload power plant, peaker, and only in the highest price periods would we invoke our demand reduction contracts.